Hey guys, this is Odd One Gaming. This is going to be another King Arthur Legends Rise video. In today's video, I want to talk about something that might be a really important question for most of you out there, and that is, which are the legendaries you should be focusing on. So I'm going to tell you from my point of view, from what I've seen, what I've heard other people talk, and what I personally experienced, which ones I believe to be like the top 5 legendaries that are worth investing. And it's kind of like mostly based on overall usage, but also on the fact that, which are actually really good with their base relics. Because for most people that maybe are free to play, it's not as easy to get all the other different relics. Like as an example, I don't think I pulled any other legendary relic yet, and I've been playing for almost 6 weeks. So it's a bit more complicated and RNG related. However, certain relics, might make them better in certain areas. Certain might just keep them, just about the same. But let's jump into it. And I want to say that this one, might be arguable, right? Some people might say it's a different one, but again, this is my point of view. If you disagree with something, please let me know in the comments down below and tell me who would you replace for what other legendary, right? I'm always open to your feedback. Also, if you have not supported me yet and you want to get some free codes every single month, there's a link in the description, pinned comment of this video. You can click that, cost you nothing, you support me, and every time I do some tasks, I give you a code, which you can check in my other video that has on the thumbnail 600 codes. You can check that one out, and you can always get like some free codes, at least 2 codes every month. It gives you stamina, gold, and different things. But let's jump in the subject. So the first one, again, that I believe to be the number one is going to be Morgan, right? Now, the reason why I believe her to be number one is, first of all, she is free. Everybody gets Morgan for free as you play the game. It's in the first 1 or 2 hours of gameplay, you summon her for free from that legendary card thing. So she's amazing because she brings some amazing overall utility. Her base relic is the fire one, which kind of helps a lot of stuff. But the reason why she's so good is, first of all, she has an amazing passive that she can put, she can transform the weather into night when she's under 50% and, gets a lot of stuff. But this one goes with chivalry. Then the second passive is really good because when you skill 2, reduces the attack gauge, and you also remove 2 buffs, which obviously this one works in, doesn't matter what relic you have, this one's still gonna work, and this one's amazing. Now the one that makes her MVP and makes her game changing for any account that gets her specifically to Chivalry 3, I'm going to show you, is going to be the third one, right? If you manage to get 2 skill ups in here, she's going to completely change the way you see the game. Because this one says, when using a skill, inflicts defense decrease 2 for 2 turns, and inflicts damage taken 3 for 2 turns. This one's just massive, right? And the reason why this one's so good is because you have these only 2-turn cooldown, and with Chivalry 3, this one changes to like any hit. If you don't have a Chivalry 3, on Chivalry, without any Chivalry, she just does this on the first skill. But from my point of view, she should be your number 1 priority to get to Chivalry 3, and that's on the at you're gonna swap to other ones. Now if you look at the relics, sleep on the first one on the fire, triple hit with attack gauge decrease on the second one, and then the third one, double hit that has a chance to put damage taken and recover disruption, that's for fire. Frost, same skill 1. Skill 2, triple hit AoE, chance to remove buffs and also inflict damage taken increase. And then on the third skill, recharges a single ally's attack gauge by 70%, which is huge, but then gives all allies attack increase and shield. This is why this one's kind of recommended. People say that the Frost one, I personally don't have it, but people say the best artifact for her, the best relic for her is going to be the Frost one because of everything that she brings. And then the Storm one, again, sleep on the first skill, second skill, AoE double hit with chance to inflict defense decrease, and then third skill, double hit AoE with recovery, disruption, and sleep. So again, she's pretty amazing overall, but it's all mostly, like I said, the kit that she brings and the utility just makes her insane for pretty much any area of the game. Now that's number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Bedivere. The reason why he's number 2 is because he's arguably the best damage dealer in the game. He's kind of like on par with Iwiret. I guess I haven't done personally enough testing, I haven't seen enough info myself, but Iwiret is really good as well. However, she needs a specific setup, whereas Bedivere, he's pretty much on his own. Now, the first tip that I want to say for this is, if you get him and you invest in him, skill up his first passive first, then continue leveling up, and then the second one, then level him up, and then the third one, if you can afford. If not, just level him up to the max if you don't have enough talismans, and then later on when you have enough to skill up 2 passives, reset him, then skill up the first one, then the second, then the third. Now the reason why he's so good, when attacking, attacks one, also attacks one enemy, hits 2 random enemies, 110% attack. Then he ignores 20% of defense. That's if you have Chivalry 1. If you don't have any chivalries, 10% ignore defense. It's still amazing. He can attack more, you know, he can do some extra solid damage. Then the second one's amazing as well because 100% chance to trigger upon critically hitting, decreases your passive cooldowns by 1 turn, and also gains pierce increase for 1 turn. The pierce increase is only, I think, with Chivalry 2, so this is where it changes, where obviously the pierce increase is gonna make him amazing, do more damage. Then the third one, when using skill 3 triggers ability switch, where he transforms debuff into critical damage increase 2 for 2 turns, and also charges to vigor. This one's a bit quirky because it's only on skill 3, so the thing that I would suggest is the fact that honestly his best use is in a base relic because he hits the hardest on the second skill. Without the full chivalry, he doesn't gain the crit rate increase. He attacks one enemy, does 140% damage, but then if he crits, he deals another one. So this one's like 300% damage plus what he does on the passive. He's just, you know, he's just mind-blowing. I'm not gonna go through the other relics for him because from my point of view, again, and from I guess everybody agrees with this one's the best. Second one's the best. It does the most damage in the game, and this is the one you want to focus. Third one. The third one that I believe to be up there at the top is going to be Merlin because first of all, he has this amazing third passive that when using skill 3, if his current HP is 30% or lower, he just AoE revives everybody, right? There's not too many revivers in the game, so him having this one just makes him amazing. Then the second one, again, the second skill, the second passive, when using skill 3, he grants all allies defense increase and recovery over time. Again, really amazing. I think the defense increase is at a higher chivalry, maybe chivalry 8. No, I think he does it at base, so it's still amazing passive. Getting defense increase, some more healing, just makes him insane. And then the first passive, when using skill 2 while current HP is 50% or higher, which that should be at the beginning of the fight, changes weather today, charges 5 vigor, removes all debuff, dot, and abnormal status from all allies. Now this last part only happens with Chivalry 8, keep that in mind, right? This one only happens with Chivalry 8. However, the first part is amazing because you know what, he benefits from it being day, he gives more vigor, so that's just, you know, it's just perfect. You might have him not be the first one to go, right? You might have everybody else go first, then make sure you have enough vigor to use his skill 2, use the skill 2, and then you have a ton of vigor as well. Not only that, but his Frost Relic, for example, AoE hit with a chance to freeze. That's amazing. Second skill, 4 hitter on the first one, that inflicts frozen remnants. I'm not going to read all of this for him, but he pretty much is one of the ones that enables you to be able to do a 3-man Gorgos team. You heard that right. Him, somebody like an Anguish, and then a healer, or like, you know, healer that could be somebody like an Isol, kind of enables you to be able to do 3-man team for Gorgos, even stage 10. You just need specific builds, and that's going to allow you to just speed farm that one easily. And then obviously on the first hit, he has a triple hit with a chance to land freeze, which again, that's amazing for control. Now, most people are saying that his best relic is actually the fire one. First one had triple hit with a chance to inflict stun. That's amazing. Second hit, quad hitter, which again can be good even for Penveed. 100% chance to inflict Phoenix Ashes, which heals the attacker. So whenever you attack the person that has this one, heal yourself, grants attack increase, and also recharges the attack gauge. So, you know, you definitely want to land this and then attack that one, and you're just going to keep boosting your attack gauge. That it's going to be just insane. And then the third hit on this one, crit damage up, debuff immunity, charges vigor, and also chance to inflict attack gauge disruption on the enemy, which this one's more efficient in stuff like Arena, and maybe I guess even stuff like Aldry, but you would not use him in the Flame Relic for Aldry. So yeah, definitely Merlin is a really good one. Now, the next one that I want to talk about that I believe to make the list is going to be Gillian. Gillian is extremely amazing because of her passives, right? She's the queen of like healing and attack gauge control because the first one has an 80% chance to trigger when attacking, decreases the attack gauge of 2 random enemies by 30%. This one she inflicts with higher chivalry, but the first part straight up happens, right? Even if you don't skill it up, it's still gonna decrease the attack gauge of 1 person. Good in every fight, especially for Taras, considering she comes as Flame Relic. Second one, she's really good for removing abnormal statuses, right? Not the best one, somebody like a Guinevere that gives you immunity straight up, but she still has this 4-turn cooldown, chance to trigger overheal, remove all abnormal statuses from your allies. So This is good in any area where you have abnormal statuses, specifically Chrome Cruak, specifically stuff like Master Death or some Forbidden Dungeons, right? Some stages might get you a lot of abnormal status. She's amazing with that. But then the third one, again, mind-blowing, 70% chance to trigger when an ally recovers HP. It does not have to be her healing. Anybody else's healing works. Charges attack gauge of 2 random allies by 30%, and then, you know, it seems like it's another time. I think this one gets with higher chivalry. Do you have this effect happen twice? Or, because I know it only happens to, like, one person, right? Maybe this is a typo. I don't know why it's written twice. But this one pretty much happens. Heal happens. You have a tag gauge boost for, like, you know, 2 targets if you have it max. That's amazing. Now, her base one, she heals. She's not, like... I know lots of people say she's the best healer in the game. She has that amazing capability of being the best healer, but it's not because she does, like, you know, the AoE healings, right? She does high single target ones, right? 7.7% on this one. Then on the second skill, she does 18% when it's maxed out, but also a chance to reduce attack gauge. And then this one with Temptation, honestly, I barely use it. But she's mostly about the way that I use her personally. I just spam the second skill and then I take advantage of her passives. Now, the best relic for her, again, from what I've heard people say, because I don't personally have it, is the first one. Because, again, good healing on the first one. Then the second skill, again, chance to reduce attack gauge, chance to heal each ally. So this one has a chance to do AoE heal. It's only 40%, but still gonna be amazing. And then it still has the 100% chance to heal the ally with the lowest HP by 20%. That's a huge heal. So not only does she have a chance to do the AoE heal, but she also still guarantees that single target heal. I guess that's what would make her the best healer in the game. And then third skill, AoE hit with a chance to inflict temptation, which this one means you're not going to be able to do anything else, just attack the seducing opponent, which is going to be herself. So this one's going to be really good for controlling, right? That's number 4. And then I think number 5, right, there's still some other good ones that might be worth mentioning, but again, for overall utility, I believe number 5 to be Ain, because she has such a big kit. Like, I'm not going to go and read everything for her, but she has so many things going on in her kit, in her passives, in her relics, that just make her amazing for any area of the game. Because I guess let's go through the passives only. So first one, when using skill 3, she attacks more, right? She has a chance, she attacks all enemies 2 times, which is going to be, you know, some decent damage. She's not going to be amazing damage dealer. This one used to be 2.5%, and with that nerf, I guess she's not as good anymore, but still, as a support champion, she can bring some good damage. Then the second one, this is amazing. When using skill 2, 100% chance to grant all allies counterattack trigger rate increase 2. This gives them a chance to counterattack, right? Which means everybody in your team can counterattack if they have dots, debuffs, healings on the basic skill. They're gonna be amazing paired with this one, and also gives them critical damage increase for 2 turns. And then the third passive, when an ally is hit, 60% chance to increase buff duration on all allies by 2 turns. This is just mind-blowing. And also remove 1 debuff from all allies. Obviously, this one's on a cooldown, but still, this is amazing. Imagine having buffs that, you know, lots of the time you might have buffs that only go for 1 turn. She pops this passive, and everybody has 3 turn buffs on that, and it's just amazing. Now, if you look at her base relic, first hit, she has a chance to grant abnormal status immunity for random ally. It's not the best. It's too low of a chance. I wouldn't really rely on it. Second one, chance to remove debuffs, chance to remove dots, and chance to grant each ally attack increase for 2 turns. This is amazing, right? You can remove debuffs, dots, so pretty much any area of the game where you get stuff like this, she's going to be useful. And then her third skill, which again gives a ton of good stuff, defense increase, effect resistance increase, and dot immunity to everybody. From my point of view, the one where she's amazing at is going to be this one, even though it's only 80%, but for areas like, again, Chrome Cruak and Master of Death, 80% chance to give AoE abnormal status immunity. If you don't have somebody like a Guinevere, this can be extremely helpful, but again, you need to just pull this relic. Now, for this one, honestly, from what I've looked, I think the Frost one's the best relic for her, but if you disagree, let me know in the comments down below which one do you think is the best one. But yeah, that pretty much covers it. That's the top 5 from my point of view. So if we recap quickly, it's going to be Morgan number 1, number 2 Bedivere because best damage in the game, number 3 Merlin because AoE revive, extremely good kit overall, number 4 Gillian because she has some bonkers passives, and then number 5 Ain. So yeah, if you disagree with this one, again, let me know in the comments down below, but tell me who would you take out to replace in this top 5 and why. That's what I always want to see, right? I'm always open to feedback, to discussion, because I always want to learn more and share as much as I can with the community. But yeah, we're gonna leave it at this for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, click the link in the description if you want to support me as a content creator for King Arthur, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.
Fight with honor. Vanquish the wicked, and you may prove worthy of your legacy.